Hello everyone, my name is Riley, and my topic today is exploring the relationship between human emotion and music. According to the DiMaggio, feelings are internal and private while emotions are public and shared. Each of us have many emotions such as happiness, sadness, anger, and so on. But in our life, happiness and sadness are often the most. We all know that music is the source of life, so music have a great relationship with everyone. For example, when we are happy, we will sing song. When we work or study for a day, we will listen to music to relax ourselves. Musicians will also create their own music based on the story in life and use the way of the music to express their motivation. So I want to ask some questions. What is the connection between music and human emotion? Most of the emotion in our life are happy or sadness. So does music itself have sadness or happy? In other words, do people feel happy or sad when they hear music? Or is the sadness and happiness of music determined by the listener brain condition and have nothing to do with the sadness and happiness of the music itself? That is to say, music is an objective voice. I think everyone has not got their own answer, so think of the life experience. So we will explore the relationship between music and human emotion today. First of all, let's look at the two well points. The difference between them is meaning whether there is happiness and sadness in the musician itself. For philosophical point of view, the view that music itself have no emotion is idealism, and their own other view that music itself has emotion is materialism. We all know that there is no difference between right and want in philosophy, but only from different perspectives. Let's start with the first point of view. Music is an objective existence. Music itself have no emotion. Some people believe that the sadness and happiness of music are determined by the listener brain conditions, which have nothing to do with the sadness and happiness of the music itself. That is, music is an objective source. Emotions, sadness, and happiness are caused by happiness and sadness in people's brain conditions. Music is an inducement and media to express it. In the Wei and Jin dynasty of ancient China, Chinese musician Ji Kang wrote an article on music without sadness and happiness, which promotes the development of Chinese music aesthetics. The author puts forward the views that music itself have neither happiness nor sadness. He believes that happiness and sadness are emotions generated by the human spirit and are everyone's subjective impressions. Music is an objective existence, so there is no close relationship between the two. The author believes that everything has its unique attribute and will not be changed by external factors. Words will not change happiness and sadness because of people like and dislike. Of course, it has its own rules and will not be affected by the external world. So the music itself has no happiness or sadness. The author put forward the music has a static function. But the beauty of music has nothing to do with the people's feeling. Music always acts as a media for everyone feeling. Here get examples. When a person plays a piano after feeling happy or sad, the music he plays is only used to express his own feeling, but the music itself has no feeling. In addition, the author says that everyone has different emotions, so the understanding and feeling when listening to the same music will also be different. In my teaching, I have a personal experience of this view. I asked the student to listen to a song with a beauty rhythm and melodies in the music class. But one student in the class is quiet. He told me that it was a song loved by his best friend, but this friend moved to other city. Although the melody is beautiful, the student feels sad. The same music makes different people listen to different emotions. Music is objective and change it. People emotions are related to their own brain connection. To sum up, music like natural songs, such as the sound of the river, is an objective existence and have no connection with the human emotion. Music is own media to express feeling. Some people will ask, in life, when I heard song, I feel happy. It relaxes my bodies. Will is other point of view. Music itself is emotional. We all know that when we listen to music, different parts of the brain will perceive the music and then make our emotion change, such as listen to music to feel happy or sad. And we also have different body vowels according to the melody of the music, such as stopping or nodding. As shown, this is the internal structures of the human brain and their different functions. The creations of the music come from the feeling of the musician. So the music itself has feeling. When we heard some percentages of the music, we can feel the emotions that the musician want to express. For example, in Chinese minor, in C minor rhythms, when we listen to it, we can feel the author sadness and helpfulness. In Beethoven Fifth symphonies, we will feel that the struggle with the counters never get up. So the emotion of the music will change the emotion of the listener. In China, there is his history story about listening to music and knowing what each other is express. When Zhou Ziqi heard Bo Ya playing the guqin, he knows that the music content Bo Ya want to express was mountain or river. People who listen to music can know the emotion expressed by the player only through the sounds of the guqin. So the music itself has emotion. According to research by Enos, music change human emotion and listen to upbeat music make people feel happy and increase their work in faith rate. As a music teacher, it's my main responsibility to let students learn music, but I'm more precise about the growth of students. I often use the music played by the student, such as playing the piano or singing, to perceive the emotion for the student and their listener, study, and life. According to my teaching experience, if there are many wrong sounds when students play music instruments, it means that the students are more irritable. So I will communicate with my students to deal with their trouble. The emotions perceived by the student playing the music show that the music itself has the emotion of the uh, performers. To sum up, music itself have emotions. The performers are the person who created the music combine the emotion with the music, so that the music has emotion. So the listener can perceive the emotion by listening to the music. In addition, music can change people's feeling, which is the music philosophy of the materialism. Let's go to the next part. Hegel beautiful that music is storied and souls, so no matter which will is accepted solely, right or wrong. This is a chant of music philosophy. Music and people's in, emotion are interlinked. They are high, slow, strong, and weak relationship between each note in music. These changes are not only the expression of musician or music player emotion, but also include the player emotion in music. The creation, performance, and appreciation of music all need people's emotion as the base. The first thing that music communicates is people emotions. The player plays each note in a unique ways, which makes the listener brain produce emotional content and allow the viewer own emotion to communicate and resonate with the emotion expressed in the music. So music and human emotion are interlinked. To sum up, music comes from life. No matter music itself have an emotion or not, music is interlinked with people emotions. Kodai one side, music is an indispensable part of for a person. So we should make music for our life. When you are happy, you can choose the sing and play the piano to express your happiness. And you can use the music to convey your happy feeling to your family and friends. When you are sad and tired, listen to stable music. Enjoy it and relax your brain and bodies. I often tell my students that music is just like your life. Everyone will up and dance like the media of music because you can't be suitable in your life. When you suggest and achieve suggest, it is a summer as a symphony. In your dailies, it is as beautiful as a sonata. Everyone will have an unhappy time, which is like the discordant chorus in the music, but it's only the embellishment of the music. Therefore, we enjoy life like music. That's our emotion by expressed in the way of music. And final, play and feel our own unique music. Bye.